You want me to put that on my Tudor?
Her Invictus demands. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Harry's wife is making demands. It's not a surprise. She does this because she's entitled. She issues orders to people and she expects them to be complied with. She's done this all through her life. She bossed around her friends when she was little. Remember the footage that you've seen of her taking over another girl's birthday party, putting on the crown and demanding that the other children address her as Your Majesty or such like? She has bossed around her father to compel him to support her in her endeavours in schooling and also with regard to acting. She has issued orders to friends telling them how they should behave, what she expects of them, by way of response. Repeatedly, she exhibits this entitled behaviour, and it came more and more to the fore as she had more power behind her demands. Naturally, as a narcissist, she has used a range of manipulations to get what she wants in terms of those demands. Stamping a cloven foot, sulking, use of guilt, you don't love me if you won't do it for me, triangulation with other people, use of threat. But of course, as she climbed the slippery, greasy pole, when she became a member of the royal family and received a title, she triangulated people with that title. Basically, you ought to do what I want because I'm a duchess. Because she was given a staff, she expected that they should carry out her demands because me boss lady, you servant. Accordingly, power, when given to a narcissist, is invariably abused because the narcissist will utilize that to control people, to draw fuel from them, to utilize it to access character traits and residual benefits. And Harry's wife is no different in that regard. Her use of power is not subtle. She utilizes it as a blunt instrument to get what she requires. She believes that she's perfectly entitled to behave in this fashion because she is the amazing Harry's wife and she's a duchess. So therefore, you must do what she wants. Fandom Wire has provided us with information about how those demands and her entitled behaviour, her absence of accountability, her failure to exhibit emotional empathy for others, is now translating into the forthcoming Invictus Games. Prince Harry and Harry's wife are set to host the annual Invictus Games held in Düsseldorf, Germany. The Invictus Games was founded by Prince Harry to honour wounded, injured and sick servicemen and women in an international Olympics-like event. The Duke of Sussex drew inspiration from the Warrior Games conducted by the US Department of Defense. Amidst split rumours, the couple earlier had posted a video announcing the winners of their new Safer Technology grant. Harry's wife, who has encountered her share of controversies in the past, is now accused of making some crazy demands for the Invictus Games. Harry's wife was first spotted together with Prince Harry at the 2017 Invictus Games. At the 2023 Games, the Duchess of Sussex, see parts passim, will be hosting a segment celebrating the bravery and resilience of the participants, as well as servicemen and women across the world. The segment, named Life Stories Seen, is scheduled for the closing ceremony in September. This, of course, provides Harry's wife with an opportunity to manage her facade, to assert control in this fashion, and draw fuel by way of people's response. However, the article explains that some of the demands made by the Suits actress have gained media attention. According to a report published in that bastion of the journalistic excellence, Heat magazine, Harry's wife wants Jennifer Lopez and Cher to perform at the events. Yes, nothing says like I'm taking this seriously by turning it into a pop concert. She has also apparently placed preferences for her food, clothing, and even the ambient temperature. Harry's wife has some demands for this visit, and some of them would be up there with the likes of Jennifer Lopez and Cher. Her meals and snacks have all been planned out and are very specific. She has also requests for a certain air temperature, particular linens and decor for the hotel, and needs chauffeur-driven limos everywhere. Well, it appears that the person writing this article might have made a mistake, and it's not being suggested that she wants Jennifer Lopez and Cher to perform at the events, but rather they're drawing a comparison between her demands and the way that Jennifer Lopez and Cher would behave, both of which are known for their diva-like behaviour. Accordingly, it's suggested that she's stating what her meals and snacks have to be, that she has a request for a certain air temperature. I mean, how up your backside do you have to be? You might suggest, for instance, it needs to be kept cool or warm, or perhaps just rely on people to exercise their common sense that if it's hot outside, they'll put the air conditioning on. If it's cold outside, they'll turn the heating on. And of course, if you enter the room and find that the temperature is not to your liking, you can just say, could you heat it up a bit or cool it down a bit? Could somebody open a window, for example? But not Harry's wife. She's so important. What she has to do is issue a specific demand for the air to be a certain air temperature. What's she going to do? Walk in with a thermometer to gauge the air temperature, to go, oh, it's X degrees centigrade, or more likely because she's American, Fahrenheit. That's not acceptable. And turn around and walk outside and refuse to come in until such time as they've sorted out the ambient air temperature. Once again, Harry's wife is making it all about her. It's not a surprise, but issuing these demands shows her sense of entitlement, the absence of emotional empathy, and a lack of accountability for her behaviours. It shows the haughtiness and grandiosity that she regularly exhibits. Once again, she's incurring cost, which is a charitable enterprise. She's asking for chauffeur-driven limos, if the information is correct, not caring about what the cost is to the organisation or any inconvenience that might be caused by this, but making it all about her and what she requires. Last time, of course, there was the ridiculous expenditure on clothing, and we're yet to see if that's going to be duplicated. It also demonstrates to you, once again, as I keep explaining, how she operates in the moment. Her appearance last time wasn't popular, was criticised for the expenditure on clothing and the fact that she turned up as if she was at a red carpet premiere. But she doesn't learn from it. She doesn't learn from it because her narcissism sees no need to. She doesn't learn from it because she has no emotional empathy or accountability for her behaviours. She doesn't learn from it because that's the past. And unless the narcissism deems that the past serves a purpose in the now, it just evaporates into the ether. It's as if it never happened. And thus, what went on last time is forgotten about, and she now focuses on what's required in the moment now, which of course means issuing diktats in relation to the ambient air temperature, particular linens, decor for the hotel, and needing chauffeur-driven limos everywhere. Once again, it demonstrates just how self-absorbed Harry's wife, and shows once again how she has no concern for anybody other than herself, entirely commensurate with her narcissism. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.